Howdy. Hey guys, welcome to the 6th episode of The No Show. I'm your host, Nathan. And unfortunately, Gabe's not here, but I still got Greg.
What's up, nerds?
And Louther.
What up, everybody? I'm still here. Coming to you live.
Coming to you
live from the fucking gutter.
Not live. But yeah, Gabe has a good reason why he's not here.
Hey, you do what you want when you're popping.
But we still got a great show for you guys this week. We're going to be talking a little bit about what we think of modular consoles, and we're also going to be talking about dream vacations. So stay tuned.
Fiji.
But before we get to anything, guys, what have you guys been playing this week? Greg?
A lot of things, actually. I've been playing some Trackmania Turbo beta.
Same here. Shit is dope.
Tell
me how it is. Tell the viewers, how is it?
If you like speed
and drifting
and beating
and
challenges and times
and doing loop-de-loops over and over and over.
EDM music. And you'll like some Trackmania.
And
no, not that. But no, it's really fun, especially if you're into speed and racing.
Greg, do you know why in some of the tracks in Trackmania it goes into first person? Has that ever happened to you?
Like in the loops and things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool perspective.
It's a cool like feature, but it's weird though when I'm driving in third person.
Yeah,
and then it just like throws me into first person. I'm like, dude, what's going on here?
I don't know. That's cool.
That's cool. It's cool.
I played some of that. Played some more Division.
Okay.
Leveling up my character. I've been mostly playing single player right now because a lot of people like aren't on at the same time I am. So I've been playing side missions, getting some better gear. Yeah, it's fun.
Digging it?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm basically just gonna get to like 30 and maybe play some Dark Zone, but yeah, I'll pretty much call it after that.
And that's why I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
Teach his zone.
A lot of people are saying that the end game sucks in that game.
And
yeah, that's what a lot of people are finding out.
That, and that's the main reason why I'm not getting it.
Yeah. And then also I played the rest of the HD Gears.
The Ultimate Edition?
Yeah.
It's cool.
I finished off the campaign. I was playing with my best friend. It's pretty cool. They added like a whole new level. Like between...
Well, the Act. It's the one that was on the PC version that came out after the 360 version.
Wait, like Gears 3?
Right before you get on the train and kill Ryan.
There's a whole Act that they added.
You fight a Brumac. It's cool.
Oh, dude, I've heard about this.
It's exclusive to the PC. I remember like hearing about it and being like, dude, I hope that comes out in like...
Then you fight a Brumac in the second game though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the first time ever was actually on the PC version of Gears of War 1.
What?
Cool.
So they couldn't fit it on the disc, or...
I don't know.
I think it just came out later. I mean, they just added as...
It was like
maybe it was
probably like an
incentive
incentive
before. It could be like how like Halo 2's ending got completely changed and they had to take a third of it out.
Swag.
And by the time the PC version came out, they actually had that whole act.
I don't know. It's fun though. And
it is a cool act. It doesn't feel filler. It kind of like blends in.
It actually helps the story too, because in the main, like in the campaign without that mission, you're just like, all right, cool. I'm on a train now. How did I get here?
Yeah.
Why am I here? Why am I ending this fight on a train?
Yep. Wait, you don't even like board the train or anything like that?
No,
it pretty much just transports you there and you're on a train.
Wait, no, you guys are lying.
No, seriously, like the story doesn't really make any sense without that added act.
It's still a great game, but it was just like one of those weird things. Like in like some movies, you're like, wait, how the fuck did you get here?
It's like you ran out of time. You had to,
maybe
pull this along.
Or
so they didn't pull that Assassin's Creed 2 where it's like, oh, the memory is corrupted. I'll sell this to you later.
No,
I have no idea.
No, and it's I mean,
Gears is just like an action movie, so I mean, I don't know. It's just like whatever gets you to that cool final boss fight. I mean, that was their thought process.
I was younger, and it's a brute movie game basically. Yeah. So I wasn't thinking too much of it, but he's saying it's nice to.
There's like a disconnect when you get to that part. You're just like, all right, cool. I'm on a train. I guess the end of the game, whatever. But
oh wow,
it's fun though. The game looks great.
Oh, dude, it looks fantastic
so
on Xbox.
Especially, I think Act 4, which is where you're in like a factory and it's raining outside and it's all dark and creepy. Oh,
dude, that's with the Razor Hail, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's
some Razor Hail.
But how about you, Luther? What have you been playing?
I also played Helldivers. Sorry,
Helldivers is awesome. I love that game.
We should play that together.
We need to.
Hey, yeah, like a group of more than 2 people because I've only ever played with 2 people.
Yep, and it's still hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Mech suits.
I've played with 3 people.
That's all I have to say. Mech suits dominate.
I've played with 3 people.
Still haven't gotten in one yet.
it was online, and they were both just bad. Just bad. Yeah, I was basically carrying them, and I was like, nope. I quit right after.
We had somebody
match.
join our game, and they just ruined everything. They like
hate
kept killing us over and over. So.
How about you, Leader? What have you been playing?
I've been I mean, I'm still out here, on Destiny. If you want to catch your boy,
Same here. Played a little bit with you. I was fucking some people up in Crucible when we were playing.
no, dude,
And
Inferno
it
is
gave me
where it's
nothing.
at. But
Yeah, nothing for
I had a
it.
7.5 KDR. I died twice in the game.
no, and what's crazy too
I was
is
the
I
only-
saw his score, and right before the match ends, I was like, dude, Nathan, you
You're
want
not
to hear
gonna
what
get anything.
sucks? Is you are literally the best player in the whole game, and you have double. Because I was second place, I was like, dude, you have double my score, but I guarantee you, Destiny is gonna give you nothing.
Yeah.
And
I
he
noticed
gave-
that in Crucible, like when the game first came out, it's like if you do really poorly, you get loot, and
Yep.
if you're like in the middle, you get loot. But if you're like the top player, you get nothing.
Get nothing.
I don't understand why, but
It makes
Even though
no sense.
my light level is drastically lower than everyone.
mhm.
But hey, fuck Destiny. No, dude. We were playing Inferno. It's fantastic. So I might be jumping on Destiny a little bit more. It has a lot more of a competitive edge. No radar, which is a godsend.
Dude, it literally changes the game.
The whole game.
Yeah.
Instead of the radar being your weapon, you knowing how the map works is your weapon, which reminisces of old Halo so much.
Yeah.
So much. It's so crazy how taking one feature out makes the game feel like a Bungie game.
Halo has a radar though,
but the
right?
radar is very small.
But they had game modes where you had no.
What about
radar.
SWAT?
SWAT has no nothing.
Yeah, SWAT has no radar.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's why
Which
I
is
No
like
like
radar,
SWAT.
but the
Classic
thing is
Halo.
Yeah.
like radar isn't really a big thing in Halo. And you can also crouch, which is I think you can
In
are
Destiny, yeah, when you crouch
you're not on
for
radar.
no, yeah. What sucks though is it takes a second though. It's like 2 or 3 second delay.
Oh, it's
and then
it's exact in Halo.
oh, okay.
It's always been like that. Exact in Halo. You crouch, you're not on radar at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It feels so much like a Bungie game now, because I don't know, dude. Their radius on that map, on the radar is insane. So like everybody just looks at the radar, and I'm just like, this sucks.
No, yeah, and then it's weird too because the way the radar displays, it's like if you see a little outline, that means there's somebody far away.
Yep.
If it's lightly colored in, they're kind of close to you. But then if it's like really colored in, you don't. Like you don't.
You're
know-
already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
What
respawning at this point.
What else
Yeah.
have you been playing though?
Trackmania,
Hell yeah.
and then dude, what was it? There was another game that I was. No, I don't. I think it was only just Trackmania and Destiny, because I wanted to pick back up Metal Gear Solid 5, but I just haven't, dude. I like anytime I play, I'd literally just go on Destiny, play Crucible, probably for like an hour and a half, listen to a podcast, and then
It's
get
just
off.
easier, dude. I don't know. The loop was there for a little bit, and then I just lost it with Metal Gear. But to each his own. Destiny. I play a little bit of Destiny, like I said, with him. Play a little bit of Halo, but Paragon's the one, the big one for me this week. I got into the early access, and let me tell you, man, that game's fun. That game is fun, and the thing is it's so crazy how you can just be like, I'm going to play a match.
And then you play another.
Well, no,
Another.
you can, but you'll definitely be playing for hours. But it's nice that I just play one match. I'm focused on it.
Yeah.
It's very competitive, but it's also to where like in like Halo or something like Destiny, I can't check my phone if I'm playing the game or anything. Like this is like a chess. It's like trench warfare because
Yeah.
you're fighting for these like certain points, but it's not. It is still a MOBA, so it's not really like, oh, I got to be super accurate and like get a headshot or something like that. It's not like that at all. So it's a nice balance to have something that's strategic, but is also not relying for me to be looking exactly at the screen 100% of the time and be completely accurate. So it's fun.
Cool.
But we got some cool topics for you guys, and we will actually be right back with that first topic about modular consoles. All right, guys. So the first topic is going to be about modular systems, upgradable consoles.
Modular systems.
Luther, why don't you tell us about
Let me
modular systems and upgradable consoles?
let me take you guys on a trip through my escape pod. Let's leave Earth for a second and let's take a journey to Jupiter real quick.
All right, let me drop my ass.
But
Put some Pink Floyd on.
But no, I just But no, I just wanted to know what do you guys' thoughts on modular systems? Because you see me, I'm totally down for modular systems. Like I was telling Nathan, it'd be cool if that processor that comes with PlayStation VR is something maybe they can use later, or be like, hey, if you have that and you're not trying to use VR, like for this game right now, you can run your games a lot smoother and all this stuff. And I think that'd be nice too. And I have a feeling too with all those rumors that are out, like PlayStation 4.5, that I think they're going to sell that processor separate. And hopefully they don't pull like a new 3DS where it's like, hey, if you want to play, I think it was
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles. You have to have a new
console.
3DS.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, as long as they don't do Alienation, I think modular systems might be a thing coming out pretty soon, especially with the NX, which a lot of people are saying it's like you have your handheld and then you have the base for the handheld.
Right.
And if you want to, you can stack more bases on there. It'll make it more powerful NX, maybe.
I like
These are just rumors.
I like the idea of you buy the base, right? And it's like a set amount of like power it has or whatever. But if you want to get the high end version, you can add these other components to it and get the like more pro model.
Yeah.
Instead of having it like as a separate console, it's the same thing,
different
but you just
I don't like this different SKU.
You add
concept.
parts to it.
A different SKU does not make sense with consoles, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
A modular console makes sense.
Yeah.
Something to where I can add on to what I already have goes with, I think it also goes with the mentality of like what console buyers do. You know, it's something I can buy on later, or you know, you're gonna have the people who don't want to drop $1,000 on a PC, but might want to drop $600 on a PS4.
Yeah.
And never have to worry about it. It's like, hey, I'm spending a little bit more money, but I also know this thing's gonna work right out of the box.
Right. I mean, that's the argument, is that if consoles become more modular, then why not just go PC route the whole time?
I definitely.
But there is a price difference. Like,
there is.
I mean, you are going to be spending more regardless with a PC, even though they are maybe becoming closer to, you know, building your own PC. If you are adding components to a console, it's still going to be cheaper. And I mean, I feel like it would be different, because you're not like, you're just kind of adding pieces to what exists already versus adding pieces to create like the whole computer. Like with it, when you build a PC, you have to have the components working together. You can't just have like an existing PC and then add like
this is my thing with PCs and why this is a con on PCs, even though I do think if you have the money, PC is the way to play video games. If you have the money
and the time.
Yes. But PCs have a problem with fragmentation. And that's the biggest reason why PCs are not the way to go if you want your easy, I put a game in and it's going to work every time.
Right.
And I've experienced it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm okay with...
Even with like smaller games too.
Yes,
like,
even with smaller
games.
games.
I recently bought an indie game and it didn't perform as well on my PC as I thought it would. I figured it would just run perfectly fine, but...
It's like you already have fragmentations with, hey, this game's optimized for Windows 10, but you might have Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1.
Yep.
Well, that's for operating systems. Or let's say you have a Mac, or let's say you have Linux, which a lot of people laugh off, but a lot of people
choose to do.
A lot of people, you know, the people who create their PCs are the same people who will choose Linux. You know. So, I mean, that's already 6 operating systems I can think of off the top of my head. That's double of... If Nintendo's in the conversation, that's double of the operating systems that we have on console. We also have the two big... I think the biggest part, which is, are you going to get an AMD graphics card in CPU, or are you going to get a Intel-based?
Right. That's
already fragmentation. If you're going to buy a cheaper PC, most people go with AMD runs efficient at a good price, but if you're looking for more high spec, maybe when you're hitting about $1,000 is when you want to get an Intel machine, and that's when Intels work amazingly. You know, more bang. It's hey, you're spending a little bit more money, but you're getting a system that's going to work. That's my problem. Batman was having really bad problems on AMD cards, but Witcher was having some issues on both. It's just like, dude, you gotta find. I think that's why modular consoles are going to be the way to go for upgrading.
because you know it's gonna work. But then if you want to add more RAM to it and get a little bit more power to it,
it's literally just upgrading your PC at that point. Instead of doing a new system, you're just upgrading it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's gonna be so funny to hear all these console folks start talking like they're PC players. Like, oh, dude, you're playing Fallout 4 in 30 frames, dude. I added 2 more PS4s to mine, and now I'm playing it in like 120 frames. Suck it.
Hey, man, it really is a difference. Like and that's the thing is, like, I used to be on the big game of like 30 frames is fine, 30 frames is fine, and then I got a PC, and then I started, playing games on 60 frames a second. I was like, holy shit, like this is amazing,
dude. If it runs smooth in 30, I don't mind. And dude, I've played on PC and I've watched you play. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool when it's running at 60, but if I'm playing like a single player experience like Fallout, I don't mind. Yeah. But if
I like it,
as long as it's not dipping and chugging along, and
don't really care.
Right.
But if you're playing something that's on 30 frames a second, you usually are hitting those dips. So that's why it's like, you're gonna have your Last of Us that are gonna run 30 and are gonna stay at 30. But a lot of games are not like that. Usually, if a game is on a console and it's running at 30 frames a second, most of the time you do see, until that game is fully patched.
Cough, Fallout.
You usually do not get a consistent 30, and that's why it is at 30 frames a second instead of 60. You have anything else to add, man?
No, I mean, I just want to hear what you guys thought.
To recall all in unison that I think modular system or a upgradable system,
and there might be like certain parts that we'd want and certain parts we wouldn't want. So then it'd make more sense for us to go that way. Spend like $100 here for what we want versus spending $200 more than the base to get things we might not want.
So would you want something where it is more? Would you want to buy? Hey, I want one SKU for a CPU upgrade and then one SKU for like a GPU, like a graphics. I want my graphics to look better, kind of thing. Because I definitely know that CPU is not going to be the biggest factor if we get into the modular sphere, because you're only using so many cores. Mm-hmm. It's more on the GPU's power, but still a GPU is going to use memory in that. Would you want something like that, or would you want to buy a whole base that has a CPU and a GPU upgrade?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm scared if it goes down that route. I would want a CPU and a GPU upgrade all in one box, so you're not bottlenecking. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys know what that means. That's like, for example, someone going, "Yeah, I have $1,000 GPU in my system. What's your CPU? Oh, it's a i3 Intel processor. Right. Oh, it's a piece of shit. Yeah. Oh, so you're not even going to be able to see
take
how
advantage
great
of it.
You're literally using your CPU 100% and not using your GPU at an efficient cost.
Right.
So
I first found out about bottlenecking when I thought I was a badass. Rooted my Android phone, overclocked everything, and then it overheated.
Overclocking is horrible.
It overheated. And then just turned off, and I was like, dude why does my phone keep turning off? This is so stupid.
Piece of crap.
Yeah.
Think of that with a PC. All my friends are like, yeah, dude, like,
dude, it's like Austin. Yeah.
He's like, I overclock everything. I'm like, that's scary, dude. Dude, you could fry, like, one game that's not optimized correctly can just fuck your whole system up.
Dude, yeah. Austin was trying to play Rainbow Six, and it kept turning off on him because he probably overclocked it. Yeah,
that's scary. He's overheating his PC. That's horrible for you, PC. Mm-hmm. I've never overheated my PC in the year and a couple months I've had it.
See, I just have my PC by like
more money into it. Instead of having a $800 or a $900 PC, I ended up going, hey, I'm gonna spend that extra $100 to make sure I do not bottleneck. I have an i7 in here. I'm not gonna bottleneck my CPU ever on video games until we get to a whole realm of discovery and basically a new generation of gaming. But the i7 is probably going to last me almost for a good while.
Yeah, for a good bit.
Because I know so many people who like skimped on that, and I'm like, and we wouldn't even be able to edit stuff like this that well. It'd take probably twice as long with an i5 processor. Yeah. Because that's CPU. When I'm editing stuff, just processing a video, that stuff goes on max.
See, anytime I see my PC about to overheat, I just take out my my aerosol can of liquid nitrogen, just spray a little bit on my PC. It cools it down real quick.
Would not recommend.
Definitely open it up and like,
Don't try this at
No,
home.
yeah.
every crevice.
Like
You don't want to make sure any heat.
Like my PC
just
doesn't even
freezing.
have like a box to hold all the components. It's just chilling out there. So it's
Just
nice
open
and
air.
aerated, yeah. And anytime I need to spray with the liquid nitrogen, I'm good to go.
You don't even need to use a duster anymore because you're spraying it on
No,
there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like killing two birds with one stone.
I freeze that dust off, dude.
But anyway, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, for the second topic of the day, we're going to be talking about dream vacation in a video game. Basically, what is your dream vacation? What world, what universe of like a franchise or a single game really is your dream vacation, or something that reminisces of those? So, does anybody want to go first?
I don't know, dude. Video games are dark and scary places.
You can be.
I want to go to Yarnum.
Hey,
You know, just spend a week there.
so get some. Dude, I keep hearing about these dank Yarnum nugs.
Join some cults. You know.
Hey, I want to try them dank Yarnum nugs.
I mean, dude, like, don't get me wrong. I've always wanted to go, like, maybe at a summer, go like oil mining and stuff like that, and on like an oil rig. Dude, I feel like the Ishimura is a nice place, a nice vessel to embark on for a summer or two. You know, learning experience.
Rapture.
Oh yeah, dude.
Rapture. I think there's a good experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there.
saying, dude.
I can learn a lot of things, you know.
Learn about genes and stuff like that.
Maybe die in the process. Maybe you get addicted to some atom. I don't know.
No, but for real though, I think I just want to spend some time in the dead or alive world. You know,
Oh yeah, dude.
just on the beach.
Lots of alcohol, lots of boobies. I want to live in the dead or alive extreme world.
A lot of buoyancy.
But really, guys, on the real, is there a world you'd like to visit?
I mean, I feel like I haven't played the game yet, but I feel like No Man's Sky, like that universe,
that'd be really cool.
I
No
could
Man's
be
Skies
there.
would be awesome.
Yeah,
I could definitely be an explorer.
there's lots of worlds I could be on.
It's a
But
really lonely life, though, when you think about it.
yeah,
It's a really fucking lonely life. You are literally just going planet to planet all by
But
yourself.
you're discovering new things. You're making friends with alien creatures you never
You
seen
start
before.
thinking about it and you're like, I've said
You
5
get it.
words in the past decade out loud.
You name the planet you land on, anus,
You meet people.
inhabited by
You're
dick
walking-
butts.
They've
switching.
they've shown stuff where you meet
You're
people.
like, ship.
You find some alien
You flip-
dudes and
you
you're
flip
like,
them
I
a
don't know what
coin
the
and
fuck
they're
you're saying, but
You flip them a coin, they're like, dude, this is like 5. This is a nickel. You're like, thanks. You start like walking the shit. You're like, nah, dude. Nah.
I mean, if I had a dream vacation, then I'd definitely want to go into any of the Need for Speed games where cops immediately forget after they lose
no,
you.
GTA, dude. I can
you
fucking
hide under
kill
a
somebody.
bridge and you're immediately
I
safe.
can literally
Yeah.
go on a fucking massacre. They don't find me after 5 minutes and go, eh.
We're calling it off. We lost him.
Yeah.
He's too fast.
It's too fast. He was driving a
Oh, he's on the other side of the country by now. Nah,
he was
dude,
driving a
it's been 5
16-wheeler, but we lost him.
minutes. Yeah. He walked into a store. We don't know which one.
Change clothing. He still looks the same, but
Put
he's
glasses
wearing
on.
some Sperry's now.
Fuck that guy. We gotta shoot him on target anyway, regardless if he actually is the guy or not. Mine would be dude, that is a tough question. It's a good question. It's a tough question.
Dude, I'd love to go to Colombia before it fell. Same thing with
Well,
Rapture.
Same with
Yeah.
Rapture.
Before it
Same
fell,
with Rapture.
I'd love
Rapture
it.
is probably my answer because I love. When I played Burial at Sea and I played the beginning of it, and I was like, this is the coolest looking fucking place.
Yeah.
New art style is like,
Everybody's happy.
well, that too, yeah.
Everybody's got plasma.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. No, before that place fell, you had separation. It's hey, I don't want to get political or anything, but it's basically like, hey, we're taking government and
It's a
religion
utopia,
out. It
right?
is, yeah. Well, it's a dystopia.
Okay.
I mean, at one point it was a utopia.
Right, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
it's
Like,
definitely
it
a
was-
dystopia now.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just like it was. Hey, we're not gonna look at you differently. We're all equal here. There's no religion. There's no government reigning over you. You get to live your life the way you want to, and it was thriving,
Mhm.
you know, until a certain extent. And if that place succeeded, that'd be like the dream. That would be the dream place to live.
That'd be cool.
The sea is absolutely awesome. You know, I love the beauty. I love the beauty of the ocean. I think it's it's the coolest place, I think, on the planet. So that'd be my answer. How about you? How about one of you guys? I don't want to pinpoint any of you guys. And
honestly, since Greg brought up No Man's Skies, I'd love to live in the Ratchet and Clank universe.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it because I'm thinking about like all my favorite game worlds and stuff.
I'm thinking more realistic. It'd be cool to like jump in like
Ratchet and Clank universe would be pretty great though.
No, yeah, dude, some seedy guy in the corner is like, hey,
there's really no like super serious threat, and if there is, Ratchet's got it.
That's what I'm saying. Or you can literally go to a vendor and the guy's like, hey, do you want this gun that can literally take out armies? Yeah. How much is it? $5.
A couple bolts, couple nuts.
That's what I'm saying. You're talking
about
good.
that. This is not a dream vacation, but how interesting would it be if you're like, hey, you're not gonna die. We're gonna keep you completely safe. But would you like to go live in Borderlands universe? I mean, that'd be an interesting thing. Definitely not a dream vacation.
If you're talking about like a place where it's like, hey, you're immune, you can't die.
Yes.
Just go wild over there.
Let's do that.
We'll set that.
We'll set that as the rule for this answer.
Okay.
You're in complete safety.
Oh, dude, then
safety.
I'm blowing up cargo planes. I'm blowing up trains. Dude, I'm in the Uncharted world now, dude. I'm jumping off buildings.
That'd be so dope to be actually awesome. Nathan Drake.
Dude, for real. Just always saying...
Be lighthearted after you've like massacred a couple thousand people in your life. And you're like, I'm in a dead-end job. Burn. I need to go kill some bitches.
And the scariest thing ever to you, even though you've seen all these wild stuff,
is love.
Is clowns.
Oh, that too. Well, it's just like Indiana Jones.
No,
snakes. I hate snakes. Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a really good answer. I can't really think of it.
Oh.
I definitely would not want to live in
I'd also want to do Bulletstorm. Dude, just running around blowing up people and getting points for it. Like, just you see a little score counter over there. That'd be awesome.
Definitely would not want to live in Halo.
But I mean,
that'd be the fucking worst thing in the world. Yeah, we're probably gonna die. Even though I'm immortal, I'm about to watch everybody I love
just war constantly.
Just get killed. Yeah. Like, yeah, dude. Think about like Halo's universe. There's literally a war going on all the time.
Right.
All the fucking time. Destiny would be horrible.
Dude, honestly, too.
It'd be cool looking, though.
And in this situation, too, I wouldn't even mind not being immortal, but I'd love to be a Witcher. Dude, literally just wandering around the world.
Sounds like shit, dude.
Nah, dude, I mean...
Killing monsters fucking bitches.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And then also, too, dude, because of your mutations, you never have to worry about anything. Because, one, you're infertile. So you can fuck all these whores you want, and this bitch could be like, hey, sir, I got the clap. Hey, it's cool. I've mutated the clap out of my body. That's fine.
No worries. Damn, dude.
People will be like racist.
No, that is
straight up.
That is
you
one.
Just said you want to be a Witcher solely because you don't have to worry about STDs.
Yeah, so
that's
many
what
people
you just
would hate
said.
No, dude, no. Honestly, for real.
Hey.
Aside from that,
hey,
I mean, dude, no, dude. Like being immune to literally any disease,
anything would be cool. Yes.
And then also too, dude, I've always, to be honest, if it wasn't the fact that I live in 2016 and it's impossible to be like live kind of like nomadic, I would love to just like literally be like, hey guys, later.
Normal.
And then literally just walk around like the US experiencing new things. Cause that's all of which like literally Geralt's life is he goes town to town, drinks in taverns, kills maybe one monster a week, gets his pay, spends it, and then
all
goes
on whores.
Yeah, literally all on whores and booze, and then goes on to the next,
Gets
and
a badass
maybe
sword.
Yeah, dude, gets badass sword, and maybe every other winter goes back to where he calls home, and that's it.
Yeah.
What, Kaer Morhen?
Yeah, Kaer Morhen.
What a fucking game, dude. What a fucking game that was.
No, yeah, dude, it'd be awesome.
You really need to play that game, dude. I know open world's not your thing.
Same thing.
I started it.
It's a good game.
I didn't really get anywhere,
But in
once you hit that, like, I think it'll be different for everyone. Like, it was definitely more instant for them. It was a little bit longer for me, but once I hit that point to where the story started clicking for me, dude, it just didn't stop. It just did not stop, and I was like, dude, I just want more. And it was like, cool, because we got more. It was like what I wanted. Fallout
we have
to be.
lots more.
Yeah, and then Fallout was like, hey, do you want to kill something? Bring it back to me and give you some loot. I'm like, nah, where's the story? Where's the story?
Hey, we'll give you a story once you're like 8 hours into the game, and then like we'll give you a good hour of like really dope story, and then you're back to like shooting and blowing up stuff.
Exactly the part you're talking about. It's when I was like, dude, you need to play the story. This is awesome. And then literally right after that, it just got boring again.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what can you do though? That's what they want. That's what they were going for. Dude, I feel like a lot of people have been going for that lately. This generation, it's like people who we known for their story. This generation have gone like nah, let's perfect gameplay. Same thing with Infamous, where I was like, dude, I love Infamous 1 and 2 because they're like classic comic book stories. And then Second Son, they're like, nah, we want you to play around with your powers. Like, this is solely about gameplay.
But see, like, that one was so good, and Fallout is not a game to where I go, wow, gameplay's king.
No, yeah. But I mean, dude, like literally how you feel about Infamous Second Son, where you're like, dude, that's a good game. Like I thoroughly enjoy that game. It's how I feel about Metal Gear. Where like even though there isn't story, I'm like, dude, this is still a pretty decent game.
Yeah, I guess I wanted to not play like 10 missions and maybe get a piece of the story.
No, yeah, I feel you
and
on that one.
Another 10 missions to maybe get another piece of the story. Because like, dude, the opening to fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 is so cool. If it kept that feeling for like 15 hours, that probably would have been my game of the year.
But I mean, dude, like I was saying, a lot of people who have been in the game for a while making video games, I don't know what it is with this generation, but
It's all gameplay.
It's all gameplay.
It really is. It really is. That's why Witcher is the standout for me.
See,
it's like, hey, we're gonna perfect the gameplay as well. Not perfect it. We're gonna make gameplay definitely a priority.
Yeah.
But we're gonna still give you a rich world. My problem is cool, I got this huge ass world, but if there's not a story to tell in the world, why the fuck am I walking through it?
Dude, honestly, about all the stuff about gameplay, that is the only reason, even though I love everything Uncharted, why I'm probably never gonna be hyped for Uncharted 4. Like, I'm waiting for that game to come out just for the sole fact I'm hoping that it's not another thing where it's like they've done more gameplay than they've done story. Even though I feel like Naughty Dog won't do that, but like ever since
it's their last story.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If this wasn't the last story and they're like, hey, we're gonna have Uncharted 5 and 6, I would be. They would
probably
the same
change it up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with like
more focus on that,
like what you just said. But for the sole fact that this is the last one, it is.
It's all story,
and everything that they've been showing is very story driven, and you can definitely see that they're like, I don't know. It's the fourth game. It's the fourth game. You're in a brand new system that works so much better than the system you started this franchise on before. Yeah, we're gonna be able to perfect the franchise, the gameplay. But we're also gonna give you a good story.
Hey man, I hope so, dude. That's honestly probably why for the last like year and a half, no game other than The Witcher have I been hyped.
Me away.
No, yeah, have I been hyped for? Because most games now it's just like, yeah, dude, this is really fun to play.
I mean, Fallout, you were on the hype train with me for Fallout.
Dude, I was, but like more as it got to it, I wasn't still like hyped up for Fallout.
I'll give you that. Same here. It was definitely like E3 in the coming months after that, but
dude, I will
mid-October to like by the release, I was like, I'm just ready for the game to come out. I just want to play it. But Uncharted's getting me. But anyway, guys, that is the 6th episode of the No Show. Make sure you guys go to our Facebook. Like that.
Please.
It's facebook.com/nerdoutlet. But we also have a Twitter and an Instagram. That is @nerdoutlet. We got Louther on the Instagram.
Show some love over there. I post kind of funny pictures. Just a little.
But anyway, guys, make sure you do all that. Make sure you share this with your friends. Get us out there. We appreciate anybody who is watching this. You are the reason why we do it, even though whether it's a handful of people, whether it's a billion people.
Whether it's just my dog, because I have him constantly watching YouTube on repeat.
Watch it. You know, Tidbit, the one that was on last episode. I force him to watch it. He has some good critiques. We need to work on. But hey,
but I swear,
my dog knows what he knows, man.
I swear, if I catch him licking his balls again and not watching this video, dude, we're gonna have some problems.
One more goddamn time. I swear.
But anyway, guys, we are out, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.